So the WNBA is going through an existential crisis because they have to deal with the fact that the overwhelming majority think that biological men shouldn't compete in women's sports.
It all started after Sophie Cunningham said this.
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. I think it's really important to protect children. If Title IX and women's sports weren't protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport.
People are losing their... Oh, here we go.
One of the big news stories has been Sophie Cunningham.
How I'm seeing it is sports is about belonging. It's about inclusivity, and that includes trans women. So I'm all about inclusivity.
I'm not kidding about this. I am prepared to buy a WNBA expansion franchise. I pledge to have a 100% trans team, the most inclusive team in history. I think that these people are going to need to literally get the shit beaten out of them by trans people in order for them to realize how wrong they are. The South Park episode becomes reality.
What is your stance on men or athletes who test as biological male participating in women's sports? What's your personal stance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would say that I'm educated enough from a scientific standpoint. I don't ever believe that exclusion is an answer.
Would you welcome a biological male in WNBA?
Again, it's like, I don't know when we talk about...
Isn't it crazy how cucked they are by such an obvious reality?
I just don't feel like exclusion is an answer, and I think that we need to have deeper, more layered conversations.
And you'd be okay with them in the locker room?
Head coach Cheryl Reeve protesting Sophie Cunningham, saying that men belong in women's sports.
Well, we see Cheryl Reeve wearing a shirt today in support of trans kids. Trans kids belong on the shirt. This in the aftermath of...
You know where they belong? They belong in Child Protective Services because they were a victim of grooming by their parents, most likely their mother.
And yesterday, Cheryl Reeve spent a lot of time talking at length with the media about this topic.
I think that you need to press this twice as hard. This person is preferencing an ideological dogma over an observable reality. That's scary. You don't want cultists running your life.
Cheryl Reeve, the coach who wore a Trans Kids Belong shirt to troll Sophie Cunningham, gets upset whenever men take coaching jobs from women.
And so to this day, we still don't have more women coaching in college basketball than we do men. In comes the NBA folks again, who had cast us aside for many years.
Cast you aside? They're subsidizing you. What do you mean? You're biting the hand that feeds you. What?
And then we have more men that we need to get on this right away, and we can't let this happen.
And it's also not great if we end up pushing out a bunch of women in favor of men who bring the three letters NBA with them.
Isn't it fucking insane? And here we go. I didn't think I could dislike anyone more than Clark. Congrats, Cunningham. I can't think of a better advertisement for what my ideology is than this. Cunningham's elbowed in the face. What is this?
Oh, okay. So I think it should be an offensive foul. I don't think it should be a defensive foul.
She got elbowed in the face. And she got the foul for that? WNBA plotting? Like, I don't even know what to say. What it's all about, young fan's face, gifted her a game-worn shoe. Wow.
Let's do it.
How nice. It's very obvious why this animosity exists. It's obvious what's going on. You know what the worst thing about this to me is? It's not even the trans stuff. It's the fact that that fucking hag is sitting around talking about how bad the NBA is. That's fucking insane. If it wasn't for the NBA, you'd be on fucking welfare. Like, what do you mean?